Renault. It's a long trip over to Morpeth, but made all easy by a good performance like that.
Tremendous performance, absolutely exceptional performance, Tim. You know, and I look around and, you know, a depleted squad, we keep talking about it, you know, and to come here, not just to come here, on the back of a really good performance last week, the second half, I thought it was an away performance masterclass today. You know, I know we've gone through the stats of, you know, 6 shots on, 6 shots off, and 73% second half, and people sometimes what about, you know, they talk about percentages in attacks, well, 70% at the end of the first half. But today was brilliant, was really good. The way we moved the ball from right to left, the way we stepped out of play. You know, we got another injury to Jan, and Doddy had to come on, and, you know, you start thinking, but I just thought the way we moved the ball, controlled it, and then, you know, people cry out for centre forwards, and looks like we're going to find another one. You know, Max Kane, he's took his goal superbly well. So, but no, we're happy. You know, we're happy, Tim, and, you know, I'll send our fans home happy.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, we always play well on 3G, especially when, I mean, it was heavily watered before the game. It'd been raining all night, so basically it played so slickly. And you could tell the first 5 minutes, basically, everything just was clicking into place immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, as a supporter sometimes, or, you know, as a neutral, you don't realise how hard it is to play against a side that have been drummed in midweek, and they got beat 4-0 here, and lots of questions were being asked. And I thought they came out and they did well. You know, although they didn't test Lavercombe, they had some shots on target, shots off target. But like you just said, we got on the front foot and we moved the ball superbly well. You know, some of our rotations today of a new side that get used to each other was as good as I've seen. You know, young Keane and Keegan and Dante and Max, you know, combining. But then, you know, the first half came and the second half we went up gears. We absolutely went up gears. And, you know, the introduction of Doddy, you know, we said Jan dropped out. I thought Doddy was, you know, I've just said it on the radio, with man of the match to me. His intensity. I said to the lads in the huddle at the end, you know, you play with different players in your career, and always try and take little bits off them and put it in your backpack. Well, you can see with a kid out there who plays every game like it's his last. Could have been, and I keep saying it. His performance levels are getting better and better, and yeah, he hasn't done his pre-season, and yeah, he's probably not as match fit as he wants to be, but his introduction was sublime, which allowed Wollerton and Guy Hall to go high. Curtis and Donny looked after it. Thought Potts and Griffiths were as good together as I've seen since the season we finished second. Thought that was Potts and Griffiths at the best. Keane Baru terrorised them in the number 10, terrorised them. Young Keegan, you know, Dante and Max. And then you make the changes. Young Sandro comes on and lights it up straight away. Matty Van Wyk comes on and lights it up straight away and just give us options. But the goal for me was what we've worked on. Centre half stepping out of play, Doddy. Going into the front man. Great turn. Drops it in the bottom corner and away we go. And that's pleasing. You know, say what you want about, you know, at times we've been unlucky this season. When you see patterns of play like that as a manager, you're delighted. And it's hard work, it's hard, you know, with what we've been through this season. But them kids out there, and they are kids, you know, 18, 19, 20, they're playing for the badge and they're giving everything they've got and they're putting smiles on people's faces. So, you know, when you're working, Tim, with a left back at 19 and a right back at 20 and centre half at 21 and, you know, front four of 18, 19, 20 or 21, you're looking at your bench, you've got 18-year-olds. It's refreshing. You know, they know that they're going to need some support in the summer, some backup, but they're giving a really good fist of it in a minute, Tim, and I'm delighted with them. And I'll keep working with them. Keep working. We'll work together. We're a tight-knit group. But we're going to be chuffed with that today. You know, we just clicked, and that's the pleasing performance. And listen, it was challenging. You know, I've challenged the staff to step up, challenged the players to step up, and you know, since going out to Valencia, we've won 3 out of 3, and the kids and the staff have all stepped up, and we've won 3 games, and it's nice to have that feeling. We've got to now prepare for a really tough Amber Bridge side next Saturday, who are now not probably just going for playoffs, but look at sniff for the title after beating South Shields today. You know, and dream big. You've got to dream big. For me, it'd be a bit emotional because obviously it's my dad's side, and first time I played Briggs since passing to my dad. But it'd be a good game next Saturday. You know, Jamie's doing a great job there, but we could go into it on the back of a good win, and you know, we can have a good week in training. And O'Brien will go and watch Amber Bridge Tuesday. For us, we'll enjoy that. We'll get on the coach, have a beer. We could put our feet up for the weekend and get a smile on our face, and you know, just prepare for the next game.
Keegan and Keane were just sublime. I mean, that interplay was just like you're looking at the lips. Basically, it's like 1-2, 1-2. We're just passing the way through and you could see the home defence was like just passing. They were just spectators.
They're exciting players, and you know, and big thanks to Challet at Stockport and Barnsley for letting us have these players. And you don't know where the careers will go. I hope Keane Baru goes and breaks in. I don't know how to put it to Keegan, but we're giving them an experience now that they're never going to forget. And you know, if it doesn't work out from the host clubs or they've got to go back out on loan, they know where we are. But they're playing our way, and you can see it. You can see Keane Barou's shoulders have just gone up. You know, the way he glides and travels with the ball, he's exceptional. And you know, when Dante's back to full fitness, when Sandro's getting there as well, we've got some really exciting, exceptional talent. You've got fullbacks who want to get on. One or two must have made, I don't know, close to 50 runs in the second half, where he just got in good areas. You know, my challenge to the fullbacks will be, can we deliver better when we get there? And they both know that, but willing runners, hearts of lions, you know, and that's what you want. That's what you want. And you know, there was knives out, there were critics, weren't there, when things weren't great, and it takes time to find new players and bed them in. But they're bedding in, you know, and Max, you've seen now with young Max, scored a couple in Valencia, scored one in front of the SMRE, scored again today, get the headlines. But it's a group, it's a good group, and they're looking forward to a bit of strength. Donahue will be back next week, Faisal will be back next week, so I'm looking forward to having a bit of a headache, because the last few weeks it's been 16. We've got another injury in Jan today, but like I said, we'll train well this week, Tim, and we'll get ready for a really good resurgent Bamber Bridge Saturday where we're riding high.
Yeah, I mean, Max definitely got his tail up at the moment. I mean, the ball came into him, he was found really well, and you know, he literally just, I don't think he even looked, he just basically just stroked it across the goalkeeper. And let's be fair, the goalkeeper made 2 or 3 great saves. Basically, he basically was the difference between sort of like a.
We did on Thursday night. Speak to MotM White, speak to Faisal, speak to Max. We did a finishing. They worked with me on a finishing exercise. I had them for about half an hour. You know, receiving the ball on your back foot, getting your shot off, coming at different angles, get your shot off. And Max just said that at the end of the game. You know, that's what I worked on Thursday night, and that's brilliant when you've got the staff who are able to put a session on without me. You know, and I can go and work and do some, you know, really intricate work with the front men, like I used to with Reg, and you know, things like that. But it shows, and it's come off today, and you know, I'm delighted for him. What Max Kane's got, and I said it to you, he's got a big heart. He's got a big heart, and he wants to run, and he'll run harder than anybody. And that's your barometer. If you've got that in your locker, if you've just got whatever medicine it is, you know, that little switch. If you've got that hard work and energy, then performances will come. Because when you're playing at the top of your game like that, then your touch is better, your finishes are better, your intensity is better. And that's what I said to the lads. You know, play at the top of your game. Just play with freedom. And if you've got that work rate and that hunger, you'll go a long way. Well, you go a long way on my side, because that's what I want. But also, if you've got that, them little bits like Keane Barou, and you know, it's good to watch. And I just felt comfortable today as a team that we won, and we won well. And we can look not below us, you know, but you know, in front of us now, and hopefully we can finish the season strong. I said tongue in cheek, Tim, you know, can we take 18 from 18? Well, we're taking 6 from 6, so we'll see what happens next week. But we'll be happy. But big credit to the fan base today on the balcony and behind the goal. They really, really got to grips with that game, and from the first minute they were singing and roaring. Great to see Ashurst with his crutches in the air, banging him, you know. But it was just nice, and it was a really nice end of the game, and a really good feel to be with our fans.
Yeah, and one player basically who's nominated by FCM as the Joseph Fultz man of the match was Guy Hall. It's a guy joining us in the summer, stepped up from forward. You know, he's basically been patient, worked his way into the side. He's taking his opportunity. Of
course he has. You know, he's keeping Adam Dodd out. You know, that's brilliant. People ask why I go and play forward amateurs. Some it's not because I'm mates with Tony and Dino or Blackie. It's because there's the players there. Matty Van White's come, Guy Hall's come. We'll go again in pre-season. Not because it's easy for me, because that's where the next generation is. They're there. And if you're prepared to go and find them and work with them, like we're doing, you can see. You know, Guy Hall's was Mark Foley today. Foley's been one of the best players at this level, levels above. Guy's done great. Can Guy work on his final ball? You know, that little fade on his final ball? Of course he can. But at 19, he's played at FC United's first team, and last season he was playing at forward amateurs. What we said to him the season before that was Gunpool Cup. Go on, look at the size of the kid. He's big, he's athletic, he's fit, and he's going to be here for years to come, hopefully. You know, he's going to be a fan's favourite. And what we've got to do, Tim, is just keep finding the next one. Keep finding the next one. And, you know, when Regan Linney moves on to the National League and does really well, you find Max Kane. When what happened to Adam Dodd happened, you've got to go and find a Guy Hall. When, you know, things happen to Mike Donahue, you've got to go and say, go on, Griff, go and step up. And we've got that. You know, we've got it. And we've just got to keep doing what we can do. Keep riding high. Them lads are a good set of lads in there. And they never mean to lose. They never mean to underperform. But I'm really happy for them because they've won 2 out of 2 in the league. And they can not rest on the laurels at all, but they can put the field for the weekend until Tuesday night now and then get ready for a tough week in training. But we're going into the game confident.
Yeah, well, it's a long, long way, and it's a lot better and a lot quicker when you've got 3 points on the coach with you.
Certainly is, Tim. Yeah, but thanks to everyone, and we'll see you back at Broadhurst Park next Saturday. Cheers.
Congratulations, Guy, the Joseph Fultz man of the match as chosen by FCM Radio. Great game.
Yeah, I think it was a game of spells. I think the first half, it was sort of in and out. Their press was very good. Forced us to go long a bit. It's not what we usually do, but we came in at 0-0. There's a few stern words at half time, and I think we reacted well. Obviously, Max got the goal, and then we were solid throughout.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of your personal performance, earned you the sort of the nomination. You kept Foley very quiet down that left-hand side, and you know it's fair to say that basically I think you've come into the team. Obviously, you joined in the summer. You've basically been very patient, to be fair, because you were getting some sort of like get some appearances. But over the last sort of like 2 months, really, it's become you've made the shirt your own.
Yeah, I've been patient. I've been learning from the sidelines, watching players like Finn and Doddy, and sort of picking up what I can, taking tips from Brian, from the gaffer, and sort of trying to adapt my game a bit. Sort of getting rid of bad habits as well that I've picked up. But yeah, I think I've improved over the last few months. I'm getting regular game time. Just doing my best.
Yeah, I mean, it's been obviously sort of like nearly a year now. I mean, you think about it, it feels like that was June when you joined, or you started pre-season. Basically, physically, yeah, I think it's fair to say you're still quite young at 19.
20. Yeah.
20, all right, so 20, so still very young, a lot younger than me. And you can tell you really sort of starting to fill out, which is so important, isn't it?
Yeah, I think as a left back, you've got to have that the physical attributes. You've got to be good in the air and be powerful to deal with the wingers in this league. So no game's easy, so you don't know what to expect. But yeah, it's important to be physical.
Yeah, and especially the way that FC play, basically with the fullbacks, effectively more like wing backs, aren't you? You are expected to get, basically goal line to goal line all throughout the game.
Yeah, it's a tough task that the gaffer wants from us. From me, I'm Woolers or Ethan or Doddy, whoever it is. It's demanding, but if you can get it right, then it's worth it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it must be probably, 14,000 yards?
I don't know, Tim, honestly. It's different each week, but yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, okay, well, it was a superb performance, basically bedrock, basically clean sheet, bedrock of every win.
Yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations once again, Guy. You're the Josie Folks Man of the Match, as chosen by FCM Radio.
Cheers. Thanks, Tim.